Al, I know you'll be disappointed to have lost a 2-goal lead tonight, but first of all, what a game of football.
That's a great game. I mean, I've gone in there now and it's mixed emotions tonight for me, because on Saturday we was a bag of nonsense. You know, nobody turned up. And then for 10 minutes in the first half, the opening 10 minutes, I can see why they've got on that run. They played some really, really good stuff, and they unsettled us a little bit. And then we gradually grounded our way back into the game. Got 1-0, got a tour, conceded at the wrong time. You got to manage the first half out. I've just said to them now, I'm not angry. I'm really frustrated. I've got a fair bit of disappointment because I'm looking at people, you know, teams that cut us up, and I can't remember teams cutting us up. Our demise is through our own errors. So, you know, I say great game. I enjoyed the game. I didn't enjoy the end result, but I've got to say, you know, I'll take tonight more than I took Saturday.
I mean, looking at the positives, that purple patch in the first half when you got those 2 goals, I mean, some of the football, Mark Battersby, the build-up for the chance that he had as well, I mean, some fantastic football.
Yeah, we went in free flow for probably 25 minutes. They as I say, you know, they come out and they rattled us. The shape, it took us 10-15 minutes to accommodate who was picking who up, but we sorted that out from the touchline, and then we went on a bit of a good period, and we played some really good stuff. We looked a threat. We looked as though we could go 1-0 up when we did, and it didn't surprise me when we went another one. And then suddenly, then to get, you know, concede at that point, when you've got to manage the game better, it's difficult to get the information off. You know, you've got a great crowd, they're buzzing, you know, and I don't know, just a little bit frustrated. That's the word tonight.
I suppose the other disappointment will be having to reshuffle your defence at half-time because of the loss of Carl Jacobs. How is he?
Well, the first assessment, you know, I've got to go and see Roger now, find out just what the damage is, but it didn't look good for me, and I thought I wasn't too keen on the tackle that did it, but that's what happens in a game, and you've got to accept it and get on with it.
And well, you mentioned that particular tackle. I was looking at the ones later on as well, and Mark Battersby twice in the penalty area in the space of a minute. Should one or maybe both of those been penalty appeals? I
don't know. You know, I was giving the line a little bit of grief because they looked at it from where I was, but I've got to say that people, you know, the officials, they have a better position than what I've got, and I think they make a conscious decision. So I've not, you know, it looked a penalty, but it might not have been. Good work from Bats. You know, he can be an handful, you know, when he's in full flow. I've no real problem with the officials tonight. You know, I think they did a reasonable job right the way through the game.
Your home form's keeping you going, isn't it? I mean, that's 8 games unbeaten now at Edgeley Park, and perhaps a side right at the start of the season, certainly a side last season, from a 2-0 getting back to 2-2. You're going to lose that game, but County have got that character and resilience now.
I've said to him in there, I said, you know, as much as I'm frustrated, 4 or 5 months ago, once a team pulls a goal back here, you know, it's domino time. You're all on the back. But today, you know, we held out. We're not getting rolled over. We've got half to 3/4 of a squad to build on that I think is, you know, strong enough to do some damage. And if you look at the points we've thrown away in the last 4 games, and you look where we might have been, I know it's all might, but you know, I've got to look at that because I'm consciously thinking that nobody's cut us up, and we could have got a lot more points than we had if we'd have been a little bit more resilient, a little bit more stronger mentally. You know, we pressed the panic button. What for? You know, frustrated.
I suppose, though, you take some positives because you were playing a side that's really in form. I mean, they were going for their 10th successive away when you've denied them that opportunity tonight, and they were, of course, in the same division as County last season. So it's no mean result, this one.
No, as I say, you know, I'm more frustrated. I'm not disappointed about the game itself and some of the performances and some of the passages of play that we did. You know, particularly in the first half. I am frustrated that we can't manage to hold on to leads. You know, we've got to do some work on that. I'm not quite sure how much of that is the mental side, but we definitely went on a wobble. for 10 or 15 minutes, and it cost us.
So just finally, 2 tough away games to come, Gloucester and Guiseley. You'll be without Carl Jacobs by the looks of things, but hopefully Christian Dennis might be available to you, so your options at the other end are improving.
Yeah, I think Christian warmed up with us today. I think he's going to be there or thereabouts on Saturday. Obviously, he's got to get a training night in on Thursday to assess properly, but hopeful of having him back in contention. And then we'll have to rejig the squad again to accommodate what's probably going to be the loss of Kyle.
Just a quick word as well I've got to ask about the debutant tonight, Jamie Milligan. You and I spoke before kick-off, and I don't think either of us expected 90 minutes from Jamie, but he got through it.
Yeah, he got through it. There's one or two nice things about it. He's got to get used to the players, he's got to get used to our system. Bearing in mind he's not played for quite a few weeks now, but I haven't got any. People ask me about, well, who's Battersby when he was bringing him in, but I'm just asking people, have a bit of faith with my judgment. I don't bring any idiots in here. Don't bring any people that can't play. And what I want is a resilient team that's worthy to wear the shirt Stockport County.
Al, thanks for your time. Cheers.